1 second. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I guess because he spawned a bit more upside here. Yeah, so Daniel's mines are a bit farther away, but yes. Oh shit, Jerry coming in with that. So Asuncion is a very special map where the trading posts are extremely powerful, granting about 337 XP per pass, but the route is windy and long as a result. Another bonus is that abandoned houses, when broken, drop food crates. And the Ottoman ability is that when units siege with torches, so arbors don't count, but villagers, explorers, janissaries, hussars, anything works. Ottomans have the ability to trickle coin, and it's actually a decent trickle. So say if the Ottoman explorer is, say, sieging for the entire age of duration, you will have a decent amount of coin, enough to cure a few janissaries in terms of coin. So that is why Asuncion is the best map for Ottomans. And we're definitely going to see some trade post contestation here. It looks like Daniel is saving his wood, or perhaps didn't have the higher wood start. I'm not too sure. Maybe Jerimuno decided to sacrifice the house and just pop himself, but get 2 trade posts instead. See the shipments more worth it. Yeah, the in-game chat is censored because I had issues with entering the game. So I had to delete my profile, so all my settings were reset. But there we go. Filters are for pussies. So yeah, after both players age up, they'll be going straight for a barracks with the 700 wood shipment, start training janissaries, start sieging the abandoned houses. That will be most of the coin, and also then proceed to build an artillery foundry and mass arbus guns thanks to the trickled coin. And there it is, as mentioned, the explorer is trickling coin. As you can see, there's only 1 villager on coin, but he was gathering quite fast. And we'll be getting a second trade post here. Probably should have went for maybe that one as well. Could have perhaps gotten this one pass, but it will be quite a while before the route passes through here, so gonna be a bit later of an investment. Barracks built, barracks also built. 3rd trade post about to be built now. If Jerimuno is actually able to get the 4th one and get stagecoach, he will have a huge lead, as on Asuncion the trade posts are extremely powerful, meaning that each pass with stagecoach gives you about 200-ish resources. Artillery founding now coming in. Let's give a quick look at the decks. It should pretty much be the same. Lots of crates, some buffs, lots of military. Literally almost the same, just advanced arsenal and a few more buffs here. Janissaries beginning to siege, will be trickling a lot of coin. As you can see, coin just flying, but we do have crates also being gathered, which is a big reason. This one is bothering me. Daniel now successfully grabbing his third post as well. Do remember that sieging trade posts is also a huge benefit for the ones sieging, as they will be still generating coin when they siege trade posts, but will also then deny the very, very powerful trade post resource for the opponent, and better yet, if they get it for themselves, even better. Villager also joined the siege for extra coin trickle, but as mentioned, when abandoned houses are sieged down, you get food crates with 100 food in it, which the villagers can then gather. So as you can see, Ottomans get a lot of free food and coin, and then set their trade posts to wood with stagecoach, and yeah, you essentially get all your resources for free. Same strategy going down on Jerry's side, as we can see. Yeah, Jerry went for a late house. He went for the double TP early. The best thing about the Asuncion trade posts, as mentioned, they're very, very powerful. So essentially on the second pass, while you're transitioning, you'll already have 2 shipments ready, despite the Ottomans already being a civ that ages up early. So think of it this way, Ottomans are one of the fastest civs to age up, because they don't have to spend any food, spend any food on their villages, therefore get the 800 a bit faster. And yet they still get 2 additional shipments in that time frame, that shorter time frame. That is how powerful the passes are. Both players continuing to siege, essentially playing the long game here, going for lots of eco. The scores of each player have now been equalized. Did Jerry get a market? I don't think I've seen a market on his side. Yeah, so Daniel does have the advantage on resource gathering. Double barracks now. Successfully sieges this whole corner. Both players are pretty equal right now, I'd say, although Jerry does have a few more units. Arbus going. Oh boy. Jerry did get the earlier hit there, and has a bit more Janissaries. This could be a bad fight for Daniel, but looks like he is really focusing the Arbus, but so is Jerry. Oh boy, down to only 2 Arbus, and outnumbered in terms of Janissaries. Things aren't looking too great for Daniel at the moment, but is trying to kite at his best. We do get more Arbus. This is still a normal trade route. Stagecoach is quite important. Yes, as mentioned earlier, only torch throwing units generate coins, so the Arbus are not actually generating coin right now. Same over here. I guess both players are aiming to get the houses down as soon as possible for the food crates. Looks like that one didn't drop though. We're getting the deli shipment now. Probably will be going for the villagers. Almost got caught here actually. If he went through this route, he would have been in some serious trouble. Might be actually going to siege this. Sieging trade post, as mentioned, is still a building, therefore he will be generating coin. But looks like both players are just continuing to siege their other halves of the map. Alright, Arbus now reaching the deli. Okay, looks like he gets 1 deli down, but 2 still in game. Could possibly just go for the siege on the trade post to generate some extra coin. Daniel popped at 90, Jerimuno at 78. So let's see how this fight breaks down. He has to be careful with houses because Z clicking near an abandoned house can actually make your units attack the abandoned house instead, which can really ruin your fights. Getting another artillery foundry here. Jerry now has a double artillery foundry and will be going for the straight up sieging, and probably just going for lots and lots of arbors. Players can also look for H3 to get the powerful military shipments as well. Daniel's resources did just go down. Could be more units, could be AJAB, we'll find out. But actually it would have been progressing here, so not an AJAB. It's probably just more units. His population did increase after all. Those arbors were actually quite forward there. Trading post now under fire. He has to protect this. The consequences of losing trade posts on this map are quite high. Especially since both players don't have access to Stagecoach right now, since neither of them has clicked it. Losing this would mean Daniel's possibilities of replacing this trade post would be a zero. As you can see, he is not gathering any wood whatsoever. He does get the first shot there. Delis are able to tank. Delis are very expensive at 160 and 80 coin, but they do come with the 410 HP. So allowing Daniel to tank and possibly snare now, as they will be reaching, possibly focusing the arbors. Janissaries in melee, but the army does catch up. Delhi's soaking damage from the arbors. Pulling back now. But looks like Arbus wise Jerimuno's ahead, so Daniel will have to be pulling back here if he wants to save his last bit of units. But a few more Arbus now back into the fight. Has to watch out for the artillery foundry, not to attack it. They do have a reload time of about 3 seconds. Ooh, we do have some delis here. Ooh, alright, that's going to be a big hit for Jerry. That's going to deal some damage getting that Arbus down, but losing the deli, I'd say, is a bit worse. Nice little idle settler there. Gathering the mines all the way at the sides, both players. There's another hunt here. I think it's moved all the way from about here to there. Yes. Continuing to siege, but should remember the Arbus don't actually trickle coin, so every hit with an Arbus means coin lost. Looks like he will be successful in sieging this in just a moment, but that is a big bunch of Arbus. Let's see how this fight rolls out. Janissaries will probably be in melee momentarily to fend off the deli. But they are able to soak a lot of the damage. But we do have a few more Arbus now joining the fight. They're able to get rid of this final deli fast. Yep, there it is. Oh, but more Arbus do pop out from the 22 HP artillery foundry. Is quite unfortunate. He could have denied that pretty easily with just 2 hits. Funny how you win. Villager going behind Daniel's ranks here. There's a lot of villagers here. Let's see if he catches that off. I was quite far. This trading post might actually go down. Looks like it is an advanced trade post, so 4,500 HP with the attack. But doesn't matter. Ottomans do have a lot of siege, as you can see. 35 on the Janissaries. Looks like this trading post will be going down before the hours reach. But we do have another batch of them that was just about to arrive. Why don't you just kill that? It's 163 HP. More Janissaries joining the fight. It looks like Jerry's pretty much just pure Abbas, whereas Daniel has a mixed army. Armies side by side. Daniel does have a higher unit population, but the Janissary is soaking the Arbus. And the higher Arbus count could be deadly for the other side's Arbus. But looks like they're fine. Daniel's Arbus have less hit points. And yeah, just less hit points. Explorer coming with the snare. That is going to be huge. Villagers joining the fight so that the Arbus don't suffer. Nice move, but it still means that you're going to be losing villages. Final Arbus and Jerimuno calls GG. That'll be 3-0 for Daniel. Hopping into the post game now. We can see a lead on eco for Daniel and overall more units